As soon as you let that first fox into that hen house to take some eggs without paying for it, the rest of the foxes come along.
The bands that are out there today, is there anyone that you think is worth the ticket price no matter what number they put on the front of that? You mentioned Maroon 5, for example.
Nope.
You mentioned the Stones are still going out there. You know, they're...
I know the answer. Most important thing for me is fingerprint. You don't have to be original, because everybody deals with those 8 notes in Western music. Generally 8 notes. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do is the highest note. Do. It's an octave. It's the same note, actually. So what you can do with that is just astonishing. And likewise, ad infinitum, ad nauseum, those 10 digits that we have are actually 9. 0 is devoid of number. Invented by Arabs, by the way. You should know that. 1 through 9, what you can do, actually 1 and 0, what you can do with those 2 numbers is the basis of artificial intelligence and, you know, just astonishing amounts of information. But, so fingerprints, not originality, just the ability to immediately identify the style or the sound of what it is you do. So there's a guy named John Philip Sousa. The marching music, the circuses and everybody, you immediately know, oh yeah, it's that guy. All the material has that thing. ACDC is that. It's not even a song, I'm just doing, you know, you immediately know, oh yeah, that's Led Zeppelin. Mostly, you immediately recognize it because of Jimmy Page's riffs. And I'm proud to say, I know Uncle Jimmy. The new artists that have that thing, I think when she first started, I said Gaga is the next rock star. I'm not a fan of the disco boys on the poles and the sort of the disco stuff of it. She's got the depth to sing with Tony Bennett, which she did, a chanteuse. She's got the depth. Listen to her sing Shallow. And she also did Edith Piaf, the classic French actress. I want to see Gaga with a rock band in back of her rocking out because she's got the goods. And I love all the Selena Gomez's and all that kind of stuff. Wouldn't be able to hold up a rock band. Gaga's got the goods. And her versatility. You know who else had it? Amy Winehouse. Undeniable. Blues, rock, singing with Tony Bennett, and she did, and it just takes your breath away with how deep those lyrics and the melodies are. I can't sing for shit, but you're talking about those 2 voices. The most unique new artist, and I hope she moves on, she's still really young, is Billie Eilish. But it's called Billie Eilish, but it's really her brother that creates those sonics and the lyrics and all that. But the imagery is Billie, because her brother doesn't look like Billie. And I believe that's going to be an exciting journey, and I'd look at that. There's an awful lot of good music out there. I love what Bruno Mars is doing with his Silk. I forgot the second, Silk something. The authentic tip of the hat to R&B, the glory days of James Brown and Motown and all that. Just fantastic, that entire record. But by and large, new artists will never have the chance that we got, because record companies would give us millions of dollars, once we got successful, as an advance, non-recoupable, with a royalty system and all that. And so we didn't have to work day jobs. Now, if you're a new band, you can't make a living, because all the freckle-faced college kids, who, by the way, hate me, because what I'm saying is it's robbery. You are robbing by downloading and file sharing that music. Doesn't affect me. I came Our band came before, when there was a real business. But the new artists, you're breaking my heart. It's like new babies being born without being able to have food. You're taking food from their mouths, so they have to go work for a living and not have enough time for their art. Who killed the music business? The fans did. Not a foreign power, not aliens. The fans killed it. And who do I blame? The record companies for not suing that first putz who dared break into the hen house and steal some eggs and a chicken for free. As soon as you let that first fox into that hen house to take some eggs without paying for it, the rest of the foxes come along. Likewise, cockroaches, you allow one into the kitchen, you squash that first one. The rest of them are going to go, uh-oh, gotta watch out. So Pandora's box has been opened. There are hundreds of millions of fans around the world that are trained here not to pay for music. So what does that do for new bands? It kills them. Let's play a game for those of you that hate me even more than I hate myself. See, that was a deep, deep thing. From 1958 until 1988, that's 30 years. Let's see. I got Elvis Presley, the Beatles, the Stones, Jimi Hendrix, on and on and on. I've got, in disco, I got Madonna. You have Motown. And the heavy stuff, you have Metallica and Maiden and ACDC. If you want to put Kiss in there, that's fine. Prince, David Bowie. I mean, really deep. U2, 30 years. From 1988 until today, which is more than 30 years, who's the new Beatles? Who? Foo Fighters? And I love them. And Dave Grohl's fantastic. But we all know if Dave walked down the street, you'd walk over, hey Dave, how you do? If the rest of the band walked down, you don't know. No. And by the way, the Foos are 20 plus years old. There ain't no Beatles, there ain't no Elvis. Around the same time that Napster first started giving away. When you take away the value of something, it becomes, by definition, worthless. Imagine being a farmer and you grow, you sell eggs and chickens. That's what you do. And that first little cute fox comes in and steals an egg. And the farmer's going to try to shoot the fox because, hey, you're stealing my living. And the wife says, don't, kid, it's so cute. That cute little fox takes the egg back to where all the foxes are. Hey, we got a sucker over here. Let's go get some chickens and eggs. Before you know it, there are no chickens, no eggs. Farmers out of business. The trucks that drove the farmer's stuff to market are out of business because they don't have stuff. The supermarkets that sold the stuff are out of business. Everybody's out of business because that first putz, that first little hole in the Titanic sank the whole ship.